I'm Landon Wild, and today I'm going to pay tribute to my great-grandfather that was a hero to this country and to my family. Milton Tiny Lee was a Navy veteran of World War II and served his country with pride. He was a person of small frame, hence the nickname Tiny, but had a heart the size of Titans. Growing up in Sorrento, Louisiana, Tiny was one of 7 children belonging to a very poor family. He had to leave school in the 7th grade to go work in the strawberry fields to help earn money for his family. I remember him telling me stories about how his mother would feed all the kids first, and then if any food was left over, she would eat. He told me that many nights his mother went to bed hungry. When World War II broke out, Tiny joined the military like many other young men did at the time. He wanted to join the Navy so he could serve on the high seas. I assume that would be more adventurous than sitting in some muddy foxhole. Tiny soon learned that serving on a Navy ship was just as dangerous. He was assigned to the USS Kidd, which was a destroyer-class ship in the Pacific Fleet. The USS Kidd fought in many battles against the Japanese fleet that was both victorious, yet death to many American men. Tiny survived the war to come home to a family and a nice job at Standard Oil in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He had 3 daughters that were the pride of his heart and a wife he cherished so much. Tiny would work tirelessly to make sure his family was provided for, unlike his childhood of poverty. Of course, times were different after the war, with America at its highest and the economy booming. Before he knew it, Tiny had retired from Standard Oil and opened a mechanic shop back in his childhood town of Sorrento. He now had son-in-laws that worked with him in the mechanic shop. He finished out his last everyday working days and settled in as a part-time school bus driver for the Ascension Parish School Board. Now came the best part of Tiny's life. He had 10 great-grandchildren that thought the world of him. He was always the life of the party, telling jokes, dancing around the house, and throwing the ball around was kind of stuff that happened when Tiny was around. But I mostly liked the stories he would tell. He shared some stories from the war, but mostly the details were left out. He had a way of telling them that made you proud of being an American. He would let me climb up on his lap, and before he started on the stories, he would share a candy with me. Mostly they were hard candies or mints, kinda like they had back in the old days. I can still remember the smell of those candies when he opened up the jar. I will always cherish those times with my great-grandfather. I am even lucky enough to have his last name as my middle name. Lee is the family name of my great-grandfather, and I will carry it with pride. Also, I was fortunate to have been born on his birthday. That's right, we share the same birthday. March 3rd is a special to me for not only being me and Tiny's birthday, but a special day to always remember the times we shared together. Thank you, this is my audience.